Welcome to Cross-Border Showcase, a weekly invitation that is your invitation to visit Rochester and the greater Finger Lakes regions of New York State. And I Love New York experience. From the Pennsylvania border to the south shore of Lake Ontario, starting less than 90 minutes from the Canadian border to the eastern end of Lake Ontario and beyond, you will find more to do and see as you enjoy the best life has to offer. For information, always up-to-date offerings, the best travel packages, shopping experiences, and more, click on crossbordershowcase.com. Now join your host, Dee Alexander, for the next hour to discover a welcome surprise, Greater Rochester, the Finger Lakes regions of New York State.
Hello and welcome to Cross Border Showcase. Thank you so much for joining us today. This is the show that takes you on a virtual tour of New York State, around central New York and the Genesee Valley, Rochester region, and so much more. Boy, do we have a show loaded full of information and fun stuff to talk about. We're going to start off with talking about beverage trails in central New York. And I'm going to bet that you're going to hear some stuff in our opening segment that you have never heard before. So we hope that you stick around to talk about Brew Central New York and some other things. We're going to visit Ithaca, and we're going to tell you why the city of Ithaca and around in the region around it offers you so much, and what in particular this time of year. And if you like wizards, you're going to want to listen to that segment about Visit Ithaca. In Corning and the Southern Finger Lakes, there is just so much to do this time of year, and we're looking ahead to the holidays and helping you plan a visit to Corning and the Southern Finger Lakes around the holiday season, because there is so much to do and see. Orleans County has a lot to do and see too, and we're going to tell you all about museums and farmers markets and something called Into the Enigma. And we're going to wind it up with the Visit Rochester calendar of events with tons of information around Halloween and pumpkin patches and what to do in and around Rochester. So stick with us today on Cross Border Showcase. Oneida County's Brew Central and the Heart of New York Beverage Trail in central New York is America's craft brew destination. Sampling the many varieties of craft beer, hard cider, spirits, and wine around central New York has become the hottest vacation theme. Here to fill us in on Brew Central and the Heart of New York Beverage Trail is Kelly Blazowski, president of Oneida County Tourism. Hello, Kelly. Welcome to Cross Border Showcase. How are you?
Great. Thank you, Dee. I'm so glad to be here. Thanks for having me.
Oh, and I'm so excited to talk about Brew Central and the Heart of New York Beverage Trail. So many folks have really understood how much they can enjoy sampling all different kinds of beverages. And this craft beverage industry has just exploded around New York State and in central New York over the last few years. And because of that, the infrastructure of building an entire getaway and an entire vacation, perhaps with beverages, as your central theme, has become so much easier, so much more accessible, so much more affordable. First of all, though, Kelly, let's place Brew Central, Heart of New York Beverage Trail geographically, and to just kind of give a kind of rule of thumb, I guess, in New York State, it would be between the cities of Syracuse and Albany. Would I be correct to kind of summarize it that way?
Yes, that's perfect. We are Oneida County, Utica, Rome, New York is geographically right in between, as you say, Albany and Syracuse, along Interstate I-90, the New York State Thruway.
Mm-hmm. So that makes it, it's definitely possible to do it in a day, but there is so much to do and enjoy. You really want to add a few more days onto your trip, and the trip from the listening area is, what did you say, about 3.5 hours?
Right, absolutely. About 3.5 hours you're going to be in the area. And, a little bit more time beyond that, you can do what we call hub and spoke. You can stay in our area and then drive out for little, afternoons or morning jaunts that are really close and easy to do. For example, from Utica, within 45 minutes, you can be in Cooperstown, New York. So, really easy legs that you could add on to a trip.
Yes, and Cooperstown, New York, in case that didn't ring a bell, is the home of the Baseball Hall of Fame. And with all the excitement that the Blue Jays have given in postseason and continue to give, you might want to build a vacation around the Baseball Hall of Fame.
Absolutely. It's it's open year round. It's a summertime sport, but fans are year round. So the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown, New York, is one of our iconic attractions for Central New York, and we're really, really pleased, to couple that in as one of the things to see and do when you're in the area. It's an attractor itself, but then it's also an addition, can be folded into, as you say, an itinerary or a trip that is built around craft beverage.
Absolutely, and you can build a vacation on so many. You can layer it, and do so much. As we talk about Brew Central and the Heart of New York Beverage Trail, those are going to be two easy websites to remember because the first one we'll talk about is brewcentralny.com.
Right.
Yep. The other one is heartofnewyorkbeveragetrail.com. So this is easy to remember. So would you like to start with Brew Central in New York?
Yes, let's do that. This campaign, really, the region came together when we were doing an inventory of all the things, across the region, like our iconic attractions and things that we have in commonality for promotion, and the craft beverage just kept building and building. So we thought, this deserves its own campaign, and so we launched that around 3 years ago now, and brewcentralny.com was born. And right now it has grown. We keep adding new locations to the site. We have 23 breweries, 20 wineries, 8 distilleries, and 3 hard cider makers, with more coming online in 2017. So the website is very dynamic. It really tells the story of what's on tap. Sorry for the pun, but it's a lot of fun. But you can really go learn, the passion behind the brewer or the winemaker or the spirit maker, and what brought them to it, whether it's been a long time dream or whether it's been in their family history and heritage. You're going to find those stories, and they're very compelling, so that when you get there, you really understand, more of the flavors you're tasting, the experience you're having. So.
Yeah, that is so true. And it makes it a very unique getaway. And as you say, there are some very well-established, very large companies that are putting out the beverages, yet so many of them are second jobs. It's not even their day job for some of the folks, but the passion. You can almost literally taste the passion in the beverage.
Yeah, you sure can. And when I talk about history and heritage, this region was the hops center growing region in the 1800s. The hops for all of the beer across the U.S., most of it was grown right here in Central New York, and we're really returning to that as well. So those crops are being reinstated, and it is a growing area in our agriculture base as well. But when you talk about legacy, we have our own legacy brewers here in Utica with FX Matt Brewing Company, and their national brand is the Saranac brand of beers. This family has just been in the business since 1888. 128 years that they have been brewing here in Utica, New York.
Wow,
so,
that's amazing. Yeah,
a lot of history.
Amazing.
A fantastic factory tour as well, ranked one of the best in the country. They are the second oldest family-owned brewery in the nation. So we're really proud to have them here, and they've been a staple for a long time. And again, a great factory tour, award-winning beers. Their Imperial IPA won the best Imperial IPA in the world at the World Beer Awards in London, England in 2014. So we were really thrilled with that.
The websites are brewcentralny.com, brewcentralny.com, and heartofnewyorkbeveragetrail.com. Agriculture definitely is a part of the reason that this is successful, as you talked about the hops growing. But when we're talking about cider, of course, New York State is great apple country. Ciders are made of other things besides apples too, but that's kind of a foundation for it. And then, of course, the wine industry in New York State, and the spirits industry, is based in what we can grow around here and what we're really good at growing. And so things are fresh, they're local, and there's reason to celebrate not just the product that you've been talking about, but also the experience that it offers you to come on over and check it out and enjoy the entire area. The second website, heartofnewyorkbeveragetrail.com. That takes a slightly different angle on what you're talking about, right, Kelly?
It does. This is a local trail in Oneida County, so it does take you all over the county, from centrally located in Utica to the North Country area in Prospect Falls. Over in the western part of the county towards Syracuse, we have a winery called Villa Verona. And the nice thing about it is we have everything. We have beer, wine, and spirits on this trail. And really unique to the trail is right in Utica, the heart of the trail, on Varick Street, where FX Matt Brewery is located. We have them representing beer. We also have Nail Creek Pub and Brewery doing their own small batch beers, as well as just down the street, a block from them, is Mohawk Valley Winery, creating their own blends of wines. And at the end of the street is Adirondack Distilling Company, bringing you their vodka, gin, and their 601 bourbon now. So in one street in downtown Utica, you can have beer, wine, and spirit tastings and meet the brewers, meet the distillers, and learn about their passion, as we were talking about.
Wow. Talk about accessible and easy.
Absolutely. Yeah.
The websites are brewcentralny.com and heartofnewyorkbeveragetrail.com. You go to our website, crossbordershowcase.com, and you can find those websites as well. They should be easy to remember, but, in case you forget, you know what our website is too. And if you can get away in the coming weeks and months, first of all, you can roll your trip into watching the fall foliage and checking out the autumn colors all around central New York. You can work in trips to Turning Stone Resort and Casino, Vernon Downs, and of course, shopping you can do for your holiday shopping. Do it all around a vacation built around brewcentralny.com and heartofnewyorkbeveragetrail.com. I want to thank you, Kelly. It's Kelly Blazowski, president of Oneida County Tourism. I want to thank you, Kelly, for stopping by Cross Border Showcase and giving us all this great information about brewcentralny.com.
Thank you, Dee.
You are listening to Cross Border Showcase, a presentation of Visit Rochester. For information about the entire Finger Lakes region, visit crossbordershowcase.com. Dee will be right back with more of the I Love New York experience and another guest.